Fucking
Er,
sucking awful game.
in case everyone doesn't know, we're talking about Heroes.
Oh, we're recording too.
Well, we started at Fuck Heroes. So.
Oh, no, you didn't tell me this. Things about me eating, like, while me eating Oreos and not telling me. Okay, so fuck it. Let's go for broke. This is what makes Sonic games work. Fuck Sonic Heroes.
Yeah.
Side characters now. So, I'm going to start the ball rolling with a face that launched 1,000 furries. Rouge the Bat. Now, I like Rouge. I think she's actually a pretty chill character. I like her design.
She's okay.
She could be done better. That's the thing. She was done excellent in Adventure 2.
Yeah.
Because she was like this cool double agent thing.
Yeah. Well, see, I played Heroes before I played Adventure 2, so I always...
My condolences from here to Sunday. But, Rouge is an interesting character because although she would handle a lot like Knuckles, you could also implement the cool tails. Like, she would obviously have, like, maybe some projectile weapons.
Well, she would be able to... I think she would be able to fly instead of glide. That would be a lot nicer.
Yeah, that would definitely be a lot nicer. Maybe give her a projectile weapon. If you want to actually implement some beat-em-up aspects, you could do that as well.
I've actually seen people implement Sonic, 2D Sonic and beat 'em up gameplay pretty well. So I could see Rouge doing
all
that.
characters could be used in a beat 'em up. They just have to have their own specific style. Like Sonic, I'd see him using a lot of cool breakdancing moves for some reason.
Well, yeah, Sonic. That's always been Sonic.
Yeah, and with Rouge, she would be using her kicks, as she did in Sonic Adventure 2, and they never did again. But yeah.
That's because they had breast grenades.
Oh my God. And her kissing powers. Because robots have libidos. Fucking stupid. Anyway, yeah. Have her be able to climb up walls and stuff like that, like Knuckles. Have her have a projectile and have beat 'em up aspects to her. So this would be able to you'd be able to implement robots that have a life bar. And not be stupid.
Well, the only time it didn't work was in Shadow and freaking 06, just because in 06 you didn't have any weapons. You were just homing and attacking them over and over and over. With Heroes, you had Knuckles and Tails, so it was justified with certain enemies. With Shadow the Hedgehog, you had projectile weapons, so it was justified.
Yeah.
It was more tedious than Shadow, but it was justified. And in 06, it wasn't justified.
Right. So have that kind of gameplay aspect for her. And honestly, you could probably have, I don't know, maybe some kind of since she's a treasure hunter, so you could obviously have an aspect of gaming where that really delves in exploration.
I can, yeah.
In a way where it's still, there's still a point A to point B style gameplay, but there's a lot of hidden secrets that you can find if you're careful.
All right.
Yeah. So, still, the level design will still be, run from point A to the goal. But, with her, you could be okay, I'm going to run to the goal. But, oh, wait, there's this cool little thing I'm going to check out. Oh, wait, I found, some kind of emerald, jewel, sapphire thingy. Because that's what she would do.
Yeah. Also, Adventure 1 radar, please.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, don't have, since we're doing 2D, don't have really a radar, because that wouldn't have to be the prime focus of her game. It could just be, little extra secrets. What's that Kirby game where you got to find all the find the treasure?
Crystal Shards?
No, the treasure.
Oh, Great Cave Offensive?
Like that. You don't have everything. But, it's not, don't have a radar for her just searching like a finding.
I know, because I'm thinking the treasure hunting missions.
No. I actually think that the Sonic games should stay away from that as much as possible.
I do too.
It's been done twice, back to back. I think we're done. Nobody said they were great.
Yeah.
Pretty boring. Although the levels were cool for some of them.
I would argue Adventure Twos were empty. Were way too empty.
I actually
If you're gonna,
agree. The only time the emptiness ever made sense to me was, I guess, Wild Canyon. Because I'm not expecting like enemies to fight.
I know, but if you're gonna have larger levels, you gotta have more obstacles.
Right, no, I agree. They completely dropped the ball there. I honestly think the best level that they ever had in that game was probably fucking Pumpkin Hill.
Oh no, that was the worst.
I will say that it was empty as fuck, but like when you were somewhere, there was like ghosts.
There was stuff happening.
Yeah, there's stuff.
Yeah.
Like when you were somewhere.
Yeah.
Like when you climbed up Church Mountain, if you didn't be careful, you get hit by a train or some bullshit.
Yeah, I do recall that. I do recall that.
Yeah, but everything else was terrible.
Yeah. But okay, now we can move on to Blaze.
Blaze, I like the way they kind of made her in Rush, where she has that like double jump that's like fire.
Mm-hmm. That was actually smart.
So keep
just
that
give her
here.
fireballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done. Also, okay. You could kind of give her not necessarily a homing attack, but when you do the second jump, maybe you could have her change direction.
Yeah, that would be smarter.
So then you could have her get to places that some characters normally can't reach.
Mm-hmm.
So you could have like a direction-changing jump. That'd be awesome. Moving on. Silver. Okay. You're gonna have to speed them up.
Yeah, that's pretty much
You
the only
have to.
problem.
Because if you make him as slow as he was in 06, you're not going anywhere.
Exactly. It was his slowness and just the combination of the hub levels were just too freaking big. But yeah, definitely the slowness.
Or at least give him a slight burst, like, you know, like a quick burst or something.
Okay, I like the way they handle, because I've already showed you S Factor.
I didn't like it.
Well, well, I was gonna say the one of the versions they actually gave Silver a spin dash, so he had some method of gaining speed.
Yeah, I'd just say it shouldn't be a spin dash necessarily. Use his telekinetic powers to like push back against the environment. So it'll be like he's being pushed by his own psychic energy to force him to go faster.
That makes sense.
There you go. It works for him, and there you go.
Yeah, just make him faster. Like his telekinesis stuff is cool, but no one wants to run at like he's slow for just like a platformer character in general.
He is, I think, probably like he is on Mario, like Donkey Kong Donkey Kong level Mario of speed.
No, not even Mario can run. Oh, that Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. That Donkey Kong. 45-meter Donkey Kong.
Dear God.
He's that fucking slow. And, I mean, nobody's that Spider-Man, like, can at least, like, dash.
Oh, God damn it.
Like,
he brought up motherfucking 25.
Oh.
Brought up motherfucking 25 meters.
Oh man, he can run a grand total of 1 mile per hour.
Oh man, yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, what
don't do that.
Are there big
that? No.
Yeah, Sega bass fishing.
No.
No, let's be fair. I think we could find a way to make him work.
I think his gameplay was, he got an improvement in Heroes. That's all I can say.
From the ground up. His gameplay would definitely have to be completely something new.
Well, in Heroes, he was a fat guy, so he had like the belly flop. He had.
But we're talking about 2D. Remember that.
Oh yeah, 2D.
So, like his style of gameplay would have to be reworked from the ground. Every character can be made to work.
See, now when I picture Big the Cat 2D, I don't know if I showed you the Sonic hack yet, but it's where they replace all the rings with onion rings.
Yeah,
and Sonic just gets
told me about it. Onion rings. Fucking 88. Like, honestly, oh god, what game am I thinking of where you have like a like it's all focused around like a grappling hook almost that you can grab?
Is it the one that I showed you for the Super Nintendo?
Might be.
Oh, so you're thinking of but coincidentally, it's centered around fish.
Yeah. That's what he should be using. Like, his style of gameplay is entirely based off the fishing rod, but not like bass fishing. It can be like, okay, he uses that to climb.
Bungee cord?
Cord to climb. 4. Super Castlevania 4. Where the whip is the main focus of the game.
That's you know what? I'm gonna give you props there just because I hate him so much.
Right?
Not to just
Right? Because of the way
where he
he's written.
belongs.
But his game style doesn't ripple. No, so you could totally use the fishing rod in a way that helps him get there. You could have him swinging off little sections, you know. You could have him using it to climb ledges. You could have him using it to catch enemies and pull them back. You know, that fishing rod is actually a really good trait that he has, and yet it's so bad in Adventure. Ironic, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, you have just witnessed history.
Really?
We have managed to make a Big the Cat game that you would probably play. Yeah! You won't have him talk.
You would like.
He won't be trying to catch Froggy. You know what? He'll probably just be kicking it with somebody, and he'll be like one of the 3 characters you could choose or something, you know?
Or we could just jump the shark and have him in a Duke Nukem game. Because John St. John.
What kind of shit is this? Oh, no. What kind of grown man would literally play with a piece of shit? Oh, crap. You know what I meant.
Bubblegum.
Rider meet horse. Horse meet rider. But yeah, that's how Big the Gun, okay. Big the Cat would play. And actually, I think now, even thinking about it, that actually sounds like an enjoyable game. I'd be down to play that game.
Also, the game you talk about is called...
I know what game you're talking about. I've played it.